More than 2,000 students are now signed up for the Sioux Falls School District's Virtual Academy. It's an online home learning program that allows students to learn at their own pace with a teacher available for help. But as we explain in tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, we won't know until after school starts just how many more students may have chosen to do traditional homeschooling this school year.
So let's find. In the 15th century, people living in America.
Leslie Kierlieber has been homeschooling her 4 children for more than a decade.
So is a noun a direct object?
Yeah.
Can a direct object be a noun? Yes. So then we have a direct object. So we have an S. What kind of verb do we have?
Transitive.
Verb transitive.
She now helps other parents looking to start educating their kids the same way.
The curriculum we use, Classical Conversations, is a national program, and so what we believe in is that parents are the best educators for their children, and so we seek to equip those parents to be able to homeschool their kids through high school and even beyond into college.
Like many homeschooling curriculums, Classical Conversations involves a weekly gathering with other families.
We meet once a week in an educational environment where all the families are doing the same thing. So we meet there to review what we've done the week, to talk about just the classical model of education, learn to ask good questions and to be rhetorical in what we know.
First person, second person, third person, singular, first person, second person, third person, plural.
For years, Kierlieber has helped answer questions about her style of homeschooling to other interested families. But this year, she's had a lot more interest.
Typically in this area, I get 5 to 10 new interested families a year. I'm getting about 5 a week right now and have been for the last 5 or 6 weeks. So we have seen a very large increase in the number of people interested.
Going into the new year, this is where we want to stay, is just being in the home.
After helping her 2 elementary students learn at home last spring, Andrea Dick decided to make the switch to homeschooling this school year.
We had actually been considering homeschooling for a while, and so ending up being at home and homeschooling, it felt right for our family. It worked well. We saw the kids thriving in ways that we weren't seeing when they were in school.
We have had a larger number of individuals contact us this year asking about the potential of homeschooling, and then obviously we talked to them about academy options that we have as well.
Even before summer started, the Sioux Falls School District knew there would be an uptick in the number of families interested in learning from home this school year.
What I hear from the families, there's maybe pre-existing conditions with another family member, another child within the family, or one of the adults that are in the family.
With deep respect.
Kierlieber says she's heard the same medical and safety concerns from parents, as well as the fear of their child's school schedule changing again throughout the school year.
They want to have a structured system in place right from the beginning. They saw that changing mid-year wasn't good and learning stopped. So they want to have consistency throughout the school year.
And with that traditional schooling, we still may need to go into remote learning at times.
Sioux Falls Assistant Superintendent Dr. Jamie Nold agrees students who choose traditional learning in the classroom this year could still see some changes. But those enrolled in the Virtual Academy can learn at their own pace throughout the year.
In the Virtual Academy, the teacher's there to be able to help and support, but they're not delivering a daily lesson or a weekly lesson. They're reaching out, helping to tutor the child if need be, or answering questions, helping the parent. But it's going to be much more so like the homeschool, except the Sioux Falls School District will be providing that platform.
Nold says the school district's version of homeschooling helps make the transition easier for families so they don't have to do it all on their own.
They're really figuring out what platform they're going to use, whether they're going to purchase some type of an online platform for somewhere, or whether they're going to be doing the instruction entirely by themselves.
It also allows districts in South Dakota to keep their enrollment numbers up.
It does affect the funding in the schools. The more kids in the schools, the more money the school district gets.
If school districts across the state see a significant number of students deciding to do traditional homeschooling rather than enrolling in classes or virtual learning, they could face some major financial impacts.
Felt it immensely if 1,600 students didn't come back to school. I mean, that is a significant impact. We would have a very difficult time maintaining the funding of our teachers that we currently have. And so if we had not had a virtual academy option for our students, it would have been very significant.
Nold says the Sioux Falls School District usually has roughly 800 students who sign a waiver to do traditional homeschooling. He expects to see similar numbers this year, but says some former homeschooling families have also now chosen to enroll in the district's virtual academy.